3-2 is your score. Now a guy who would like to see, I think, the Express do better is a guy who's from this area, Mattew McConaughey. What do you think of all this Roger Clemons mayhem?
Well, I love it that he's coming back, you know. Love to see success. Somebody that can do it for this long, this successfully, and now coming back this time. Last game before he pitches on the 22nd in the bigs, you know, he had a little rough time finding location in the first inning, settled down the second inning, and I just wish him the best. You know, 43 and doing what he's doing, it's unbelievable, man.
Now, you live around this area anyway. Express fan, you would think, but you also have some ties to New Orleans. Failure to launch. The movie, of course, filmed in and around, and then after the hurricane, a lot of time spent there as well.
He went down after Katrina and spent some time there. Actually, in the movie, I met a lot of these Zephyr players because we shot a scene that was there with the Zephyrs playing. I don't know what that field's in, what the condition that field's in now, but. Yeah, I've been down there twice now, post-Katrina. Going to go back down later this year.
How did that affect you when all that happened? You guys literally had just wrapped up shooting, is that right?
We were a few weeks out. I think we were maybe a month out. I mean, it didn't affect me like it affected the people that were there, that's for sure. But going back and seeing the places where we were, that was the beautiful and the cool New Orleans, all underwater where you could see nothing but rooftops, was an image I'll never forget.
That's just shocking to you?
Yeah, you couldn't, I mean, the TV screen couldn't really show the magnitude. It couldn't hold it, but being there in person and flying over it in a helicopter, and then all the personal stories, man. Everybody you met had a different story of how they got either out of town, how they got here to Austin, how they got to Zachary, Louisiana, Baton Rouge, every place.
I'm sure you met an awful lot of people. Anything you want to say to those guys back in New Orleans right now?
Yeah, just keep living. It's a compass that helps me going, and it's good for everybody, man. Whatever you got to do, you know, you don't know. A lot of people down there didn't know what foot. They knew they wanted to step forward, but they didn't know where to place their foot, you know? And if we can just step a foot forward one at a time, you're living, so you're in motion. So it's going to be a long recovery, you know, and it still is. We just got to remember, as Americans too, that this is going on, and you don't, you know, you still got to maintain and have some consistency with helping these people do the best they can.
Mattew McConaughey, thanks a lot, and you've got one of your friends sitting over here, Lance Armstrong. We may try and get him a little bit later.
Decent athlete. He ran. What do you say, Rocket? Let's go, Rocket. All right, baby. All right, baby.